What's good, everybody? Khalif here from Summer Games Fest in LA. Man, I got to check out Control Resonant. My God, this game is a banger. It is a lot of the things that I was hoping for. I am so excited for this. You know I'm a big fan of Control, and you know I'm a big fan of Remedy. And I got some time to go hang out and check it out for, I think, about an hour and a half and get a chance to play a bunch of the game. Probably one of the first levels in there. And man, like, Remedy does this thing where they just really understand aesthetic, and they really understand how they kind of want to share worlds within the games that they've made. And Control Resonant just feels like it is a part of that world that we have all been waiting to get back into. And a couple of things that just really stood out was, you know, a game like this, you know, the previous games were more about gunplay and more about kind of those moments where you're kind of walking through spaces, trying to figure out what the mysteries are, and then kind of shooting your way out of scenarios. And this one is mostly melee combat focused, with a lot of traversal, walking around these kind of really interesting spaces that they've built. And man, the combat in this game felt super fun, felt really fast and interesting. There was a lot of great variety in weapons, from kind of like slow melee weapons to much faster ones. You got some combination weapons where you can do combos with them, and combo enders on the end of some of your moves. Traversal felt really, really good. And it feels like, again, like for a team that's been working through tons of different kinds of games, they're really leaning into a space where they have gotten some really just like weird and funky, but they all work kind of mechanics. So like having, you know, a melee, but you can have kind of jumping, almost DMC kind of melee in the space feels good. Enemies just feel really weird and creepy, and feel like you're in this really atmospheric city that you're trying to find and understand what the world is about. I think this game is going to be a banger in a way that we hadn't seen before. Like, I think, you know, when you have a game like that where people have a good understanding of the first kind of games they got a chance to play in that world, and seeing it be expanded into a new space, I'm really excited for Resonant. You know, it is one of my most anticipated games. I think the way that they're thinking about story, we got a little tidbit of it, but not a lot because we couldn't really show it, even though we did get a chance to see a little bit of it. Was really, really cool. And I think the replayability on this thing is going to be just ridiculously good. It's going to be so good to be able to kind of like find and look for more ways to engage with the world, and to find really smart ways that you are going to be able to really knock out and beat down some of these enemies that are not easy to beat. These enemies are not easy. Like, these are not just like pushover enemies that you're going to be like running through fodder and things like that. You're going to actually have to pay attention to what you're doing, keep your head on a swivel, and find good ways to take these baddies out. So Control Resonant is going to be, you know, I'm not going to say game of the year material yet, but for folks who are big fans of that world and want to be in that world that Remedy builds, like, this is going to be something that you're really going to be excited for. So, you know, check out some of the footage we got right here. Check out some of the gameplay, and let me know what you think about it in the comments, because it's going to be a lot of discussion for that. So we got more goodies to come through very, very soon. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.